Good afternoon, everybody. What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing today? What is up with you guys, man? Now I do apologize for the last stream. I had to stop it because it was being weird and the picture went out. Don't know why, but in this stream, I kind of wanted to do something for you guys. This is actually requested by my brother Sean. So Sean, hopefully you're watching this, buddy. But today we're actually going to be doing a live drift tune and live rally tune. And I'm going to kind of show you guys the basics on how to do a proper setup, how to do a proper tune, and show you guys ultimately how you would actually drive, a actual rally car, or how to do an actual drift and actually be good with it. So we're actually going to start off with what one do I want to start off with? Let's start off with a proper drift tutorial so you guys can kind of get the idea on how to, properly do it. And the way I'm doing this doesn't just work for, F1 drifting or FD drifting. This also does work with rally as well. You're going to kind of apply the techniques that I'm going to show you guys to your stuff. Now let's start off with this. Let's start off with this Skyline GTR V-Spec. If you guys don't know, JDM cars or Japanese domestic motor cars or Japanese domestic cars are some of the more commonly used ones when it comes to drifting. And so, you do see a lot of American muscle as well, like Corvettes and all that stuff. But for this one, we're going to do a proper tune. But for this one, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set everything up manually. For this, you want everything race class. The only thing you don't want race spec on is the tires. And I'll show you guys a couple different ways to do it. The way I do it is more professional. It's more advanced. But I'm just going to do, your basic tune. To kind of start you guys off, like if you guys are just getting into drifting or rallying, you guys will have that experience. I know that's kind of the boring part, but this is all part of, how to drift. And this doesn't just apply to Horizon 4. This applies to literally everything. Now, as you guys saw, I did throw a roll cage in there. And on Horizon 4, I can also say having a roll cage is very smart. And I know a lot of people say that doing all-wheel drive is the best kind of tune. No, it's not. I mean, you can use all-wheel drive for drifting. I mean, I've seen plenty of people do it. Matter of fact, Hagen Racing, who's actually a good friend of mine and a major YouTuber, he uses all-wheel drive sometimes. Most of the time, he uses rear-wheel drive. Now, for this, just starting out, you want to go with either a sport tire or street. I prefer street just because of the fact that's where you do a lot of the drifting at is on, street. Now, tires, like your rims, that depends on personal preference. Me personally, with the Skyline, I like to go with classy, something really nice. Something like this right here, that actually looks really good. Not gonna lie, I'm actually gonna use that. That looks good. Now, you do want to have your rim size all the way up. I go 20s in the back and in front. Offset, you want that all the way. Now, this right here, this just comes down to personal preference. I mean, you can use a wide body kit if you want, which is probably what I'll end up doing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the wide body kit on this. Switch that over to rear. Ooh, there we go. That's looking fire. Now, it did drop it down to A class at the top end of A class, but that's okay. Because starting out in A class, that's, as you guys can tell, it's at the top range of A class. So, hey, you're not wrong on that one, dude. He really does. All right, so now that we have our Skyline, this is where things get interesting. I personally like to have my tire pressure down to say about 14. Okay, so for this one, all right, let's do 18 or yeah, 17.5 is actually really good. Gearing, you can leave that stock if you want. Your camber, you want all the way out so you have proper grip. Toe in, I usually put a little bit of toe in the front and a little bit of toe out in the rear. I usually put 1.7 at toe in, toe out on rear. Front caster angle, you want that all the way up. Anti-roll bars, you can leave that as is. You definitely want to have your car dropped all the way down. You definitely want to have your car lowered all the way down as low as you can get it. Sometimes I'll do like say an 8.2 raise up. But for this, we're just gonna slam it down to the ground. Dampering and bump stiffness, you can leave that. Aero, if you can mess with that, I usually do cornering in the front and back. Brake pressure, you want that all the way up. Performance diff, you want that all the way up. But that is just your basic drift tune right there. For if you're just starting out, this is your basic tune and setup. Now I'm going to show you guys how to properly slide this thing. And to do that, we're actually going to go to one of my personal favorite spots to drift. Which is... Actually, you know what? I'll just throw you guys right in the freaking... Yeah, I'm going to do this just straight up classic tutorial style. And the best place to do that right over here in a big open area so I can kind of show you guys what to do. And also, that does depend actually. Low tire pressure can affect it, but it also depends on the time of year too. Because if you guys don't know, Horizon 4 does change seasons. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, and I get this all the time. Oh, do you go in fourth gear at all? No. Your drifting gears are usually your first, second, and third gear. Well, most of the time you're going to use second and third more than anything. I mean, unless you're on a highway and you just want to do some high speed drifting, then you might get into your fourth gear, but that's highly unlikely. And I cannot stress this enough. If you have a wheel set up, keep both hands on the wheel, man. I can't stress that enough. All too many times I see people going one-handed, and it irritates the shit out of me. So if you guys are using a wheel, keep both hands on the wheel. You have way better control that way. Alright, now this is just me. This is what I like to do right here. I'm going to start out over here in the corner and kind of come into it. Basically what you want to do is you want to go in, like, see these cones right here that are straight ahead? Basically what you're going to do, you're going to head for those cones. You want to kind of already be in second gear, but what you're going to do is you're going to rip the e-brake and turn in, and then as you're turning in, you're going to counter steer. And as you counter steer, you're gonna throw your car sideways. And from there, all you gotta do is just go back and forth with the wheel. Like so. And you definitely do want to use your foot brake a lot. Me personally, I like to use it as like a clutch. I like to clutch kick with my foot brake a lot. So as you can see, it kind of, if you have a regular clutch, by all means, use it. But if you don't have a clutch, then you can usually use your foot brake as like a makeshift clutch. That's what I do anyway. But as you guys can see, you have total control. It's all about just keeping control. Matter of fact, I'll give you guys a cockpit view here so you can kind of see how I'm keeping control of the car. As you can tell, I'm ripping the e-brake as I turn in. And as I'm turning in, it's kicking it sideways, allowing me to keep control at all times. Oh. And then when you get real good, you can start doing stuff like this. Like, throw that into a backwards entry right there. I was trying to 360 that, but it came out as a reverse entry. So as you can see, I'm constantly counter steering, and it's just all about throttling your gas. If you can throttle your gas and pedal and maintain that, you're solid. Now, like I said, the only time you'll ever use your fourth and fifth gear is if you do need the extra speed, or if, say you're on a highway and you want to do some street drifting. That's how you do it. You kind of switch it up into that higher gear. Like right here. This is actually this is one of my favorite spots to do some highway tandeming. I love doing some tandems here with my crew. It's definitely a lot of fun. I definitely enjoy it. Alright, so let's bring it around here and hope, pray to God, we don't do any traffic damage. Now, I'm going to show you guys why you want it in higher gears on the highway. As you can see, we're going fast there. Thank God this thing has rewind. But the faster you go, the higher gear you want to be in. I'm just not doing that. I need to kind of let that car go by. There we go. But as you can see, there's more room, which means you're going faster, which means you're able to kick it into higher gears, which means you can basically just manji down this whole thing. You can basically manji down this highway. And just hope and pray to God you don't hit anyone in the process. Like that. You definitely gotta watch out for traffic on here. So as you can tell, I'm just manjiing down the straight here. And if you don't know what manjiing is, it's basically you're just throwing the car back and forth like this on a straightaway, and that was too damn close. Holy shit. Do a little off-road drifting. It's all good though. Let's see if we can weave in between this guy right here. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be fucking fun. I get to go in between these two truckers up here. Dang it. No. Damn it. That you guys tell, you definitely get the bases on how to drift. It just takes practice. I haven't really had much practice with the Skyline, to be honest. I more or less use like my Chevy Corvette or my Nissan 350Z or even what's known as the Devil Z. And if you guys don't know, the Devil Z is one of the hardest cars to drift, hands down. And there are very few people like myself who can actually handle it. Now, when you do get good enough at drifting, you can start linking together corners. You can start doing different stuff. Like one of my favorite things to do is 360s. As soon as we get out of this tunnel and from around this guy, waltz out. Ooh, hold it. But when you get good enough, you can kind of start doing stuff like this. Straight out reverse entry right there. Just flat out, just straight ripping. So as you guys can see, like, oh, thank God. Ow. Now, if you do get good enough with drifting, you can kind of... No, stay away from me, sir. Dang it. Really did. But if you do get good enough, you can kind of hold these roundabouts fairly well, too. I love doing roundabouts. They're definitely one of my favorites. And for this one, you do want to be in 4th gear for sure, because you're kind of going wider. As you can tell, you're definitely going way wider. So you definitely do want to have that. Ooh, one of my favorite spots right up here. Let's go. This spot up here is actually where me and my team practice all the time. So this is actually perfect. As you guys tell, I just straight up barely dodged that, man. Alright, let's shred some tires. Show you guys what a proper run looks like. Oh, and on a side note, don't hold your handbrake all the time. I see way too many people holding their handbrake when going into a drift. You never do that. The only time you do that is if like you're on a hairpin. Like if you're on a hairpin or something, then yeah, I can understand holding the handbrake a little longer than normal. Now the only time you'll hold your handbrake is if you're doing rallycross racing. And oh damn. Yeah, I kind of need to fix my car here. I definitely need to fix my car. Like, I'll show you guys what I mean. There's a little hairpin coming up right up here outside this drift zone. Now, let me show you guys how to take a proper hairpin. There's actually a nice little hairpin right up here, actually. All right, let's spin this around. So you guys see this little triangle right here? I'm going to use this as a hairpin basis. A hairpin is a corner that comes up at a point like this. As you can see, the two roads right here that intersect. So as you can see, they come to a point like that. Now, what you want to do when you do that, like I said, this is the only time you want to hold the handbrake. And I'll show you what I mean. As you can tell, I'm holding the handbrake a little bit longer than normal. Reason for that is because of the hairpin. Yeah, I know. I need to fix that. Now, keeping in mind what I just showed you, I'm going to show you guys what it's like to actually rip it on the hardest place in the world, or where a lot of the drifters like myself go, which is the toge. If you don't know what a toge is, it's basically a mountain road. So we're going to head over to Fortune Island here. And actually, Fortune Island is actually where we're going to do the rally tune as well. Alright, not gonna lie, the toge thing, that's actually funny. I actually fucks with that one. Toge. That not gonna lie, dude, that was actually funny as fuck. I cannot lie. That toge thing is actually funny. I am not gonna lie on that. That's actually pretty good. Head over here. That is true, man. And like I said, a lot of the tips I learned from guys like Hagen Racing, Von Gittin Jr., um, Ryan Turk. You know, actual pro drifters, and actually, the way that I learned is actually the legend himself, Keiichi Tsuchiya, who is actually literally the guy that invented the sport of drifting. And that's kind of where I learned. Wait for it to get light out a little bit. Now, it is a little bit harder to drift at night just because of the fact it's darker. Oops. Gotta be careful with guardrails on here, man. Now, you take all those skills put together, and this is what you get. Not that. Ah, crap. Hey, look, we got a troll calling in. Not even gonna pay him any mind. Yeah, I definitely need a little bit more power for this. Now, I am gonna switch up to one of my actual mountain tune drift cars to kind of show you guys. Oh, yeah, dude wants the tandem. Let's go. Oh, I see you in that S15 Sylvia, bro. Do a nice little reverse entry right there, coming in. Full backwards send. Yeah, I definitely do need to work on the tuning on this just a little more. Not too much more, though. Now, also, you don't want to have your foot on the gas the whole time either, because then you'll just end up spinning out. That's not my best run though. That's actually not a properly tuned mountain car. I do have one that I use that's actually properly tuned for mountain drifting. So I'm gonna bust that out and kind of show you guys what a proper tuned drift car actually looks like. Or like what it handles like, I should say. Go all the way over here to my FD cars because I did actually take a 350Z and I actually did tune it for this. So we're gonna bust out my Nissan 350. Is this the 370 or? Alright guys, hold on. Let me go out of this. Let me quit the. Oh no, there we go. Never mind, we're good. I hate when it does that. And also, on a side note, whenever you're drifting, have your hands on the sides of the wheel, not up here like this, but on the sides. Yeah, on my way. Hold on, guys. We are back. Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah. Where's it at?
You should know. It's up on. It should be on those shelves.
Damn it. Hold on, guys.
You won't be getting the mail on the front porch no more. We talked about it's moving the mailbox over now.
Okay.
And I put the doorbell back up outside.
Yeah. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, now let's go back down real quick. Oh, shit, get out of that way. Get out of that guy's way real quick. So as you guys can tell, I definitely did tune this one for mountain drifting. Alright, now. Let's take all the skills that I just showed you guys and let's do a proper run. Oh, damn, dude. I hate when that happens. Now, see, like right there, I lightly ripped the e-brake. So as you see, I'm just really just feathering the throttle and the gas and just kind of, working my way up by counter steering. Oh, got that reverse exit. Hell yeah. Love doing REs. What? How did I fail that? Alright, now I'm going to give you guys a first hand experience. Driver's seat style. Let's go. Crap. Ooh. Got that reverse entry right there. That was nice. Oh, and lesson number one with this shit. Don't ever start up in second gear like that. Because you'll end up spinning around in circles. Like that. That's why if you lose traction, either rip the e-brake to kick it out, or like I said, if you don't have a clutch, you can clutch kick with your foot brake. That's what I do. Do a little clutch kick. And also, when you find yourself going backwards, you do want to counter steer a bit. Ah, you asshole. Now, when you do get good enough, you can actually start doing shit like this. You can start pulling 360s and shit. So now that we got the basis of drifting down for you guys, now that you guys got the basis of that, let's throw you guys into some rallycross racing. And in order to do that, we're going to have to go to, let's go back to our garage here. And we're actually going to grab a car that I have not tuned yet. So as you guys see, the drifting is definitely a lot of fun. Now you are going to apply some of those techniques to rallycross racing because rallycross is very, very similar in a lot of ways. So with that being said, we're going to bust out, like I said, a car that I've not actually tuned for rally yet. Let's do the Golf GTI because this one actually is a very good rally car. The Golf GTI is very good for rallycross racing. It's one of my more preferred ones on Horizon 4, actually. It's one of my more preferred rallycross cars. Now, this one, we are going to go full blown on this, so you want everything to be all the way up to S1 or S2, basically as high as you can get it. And this one, you're not going to do rear wheel drive. You do not use rear wheel drive on a rallycross car. It just doesn't work. Trust me, I've tried and it's bad. Most rallycross drivers use all-wheel drive cars. Now, instead of doing the drift tune, you're going to do a rally spring suspension. So as you can see, it's raised all the way up, which is where you want it. Now, this one, you definitely do want a roll cage. Just for the fact of the crumple spots on the car. And as you guys see, I clearly got more than that. We got 1,000,008. Damn, we got 1,867,589 cash. Damn. Wait, did I do all these? Oh yeah. Alright, so we're good there. Now for this one, you want to go all the way over here, not drag tune tires, but rally tire compound. And then obviously you want everything else all the same. Again, rims, that varies by choice. But for rallycross cars, I like to go something more old school. Like, I like to do more of an old school style to it. Like, those right there, those are old school. Those actually look good. Now, instead of having the tire like this right here, you want it like this right here. So, I leave it stock. Now, for me, I usually use the Forza Aerodynamics on this. Obviously, you want to have all that stuff sorted out. Mud flaps, obviously, you want those. Now, for this, you want all that, and then all-wheel drive. Look at that. We took that thing from a D class all the way up to, I believe it was S2. It was like top end S1, low end S2. Now, you guys remember how we did the tuning for the drifting, you're going to go complete opposite of that. So instead of your tires being between 30 and up, you want it down to as low as you can get it, which is for me, for the Golf GTI, it's 15 psi. Gearing, I usually leave that as is. Alignment, you want that at about 0.4. Toe in, toe out. This you want all the way up. Now, everything else you want soft. Your roll bars, your springs, your damper, or your damping, you want all that on soft. Ride height, you want that all the way up, obviously. Rebound and bump stiffness, you want those on soft as well. Now, this is where stuff gets interesting. This is what I was talking about with the arrow. This is where you want to be. Front, you want that for cornering, and then rear downforce, you want that on speed. Braking, you want that all the way up. And everything else is fine. Now, if you do get the chance to mess with the deceleration, you want that high as well. And then your drivetrain or your center brake, you want that at 50, but that's fine right where it's at. Alright, now that we got our proper tune in, we're going to take it to the one spot that is dangerous for a lot of drivers on Horizon 4. And I mean very dangerous. Like, hardly anybody goes to this spot that I'm going to show you guys. And you guys will see why. Now, the difference between cross and drifting, you hit the, like with drifting, you start drifting as you're going into the corner. Right before you get to the corner on rally, you want to already be tuning in. You already want to be turning in because it's going to allow you to get around that corner just a little bit faster. Only one way to get up there. Now, the reason why you want your ride height all the way up is so that when you hit your jumps, your springs can absorb the impact. Now, see, like right there. And that right there is why you never do what I just did. That's why you always want to already be turning in to the corner. As you see, this is definitely one of the more treacherous areas. So as you can see right there, the springs absorb the impact. And sometimes you might get lucky and be able to turn in like I just did without any problems. Like right here is a perfect example of a hairpin for a rally course. Now this, you do want to hold your e-brake a little longer. And that's why. Because you can kind of come in and do whatever you need to do. You can hit that hairpin a little bit easier and better. Let me give you guys a better look at how a rallycross car works. So as you can see, I'm already turning in by the time I hit the start of the corner. And it kind of throws me in already. Now let me show you guys what a good run looks like on a good day. Let me show you guys what a decent run looks like on a rally course. Not that, that's for sure. Oh, no wonder I went too far out. Okay. Oh, damn. Matter of fact, after this, I am going to show you guys what it's actually like to run a rallycross car on a WRC6, which is one of my personal favorite rallycross training games. You know, just for show, I'm going to hit that jump at the end. Just see how far I can send it. Now, you can ultimately on here, you can turn ultimately any car you want into a rally car. Hashtag send it. Alright, not gonna lie, that was pretty fire. Now I'm just being random. Alright, now that I showed you guys how to do a proper rally tune and whatnot, let me show you guys what it's like to actually do a rallycross run. And trust me, it is sketchy. Now, if you guys don't know, WRC6 is one of my personal favorite rallycross games, along with games like Dirt 2.0 and stuff like that. Which I will be doing more in-depth runs on Dirt 2.0. I will be, trying to break some records. And all I got to say is props to the guys that actually do pro rallycross. Like, straight up, man, you guys are fucking ballsy, dude. Only for one that's mostly a straight. Not doing no snow track. That one seems pretty simple. And for this one, I think I'm going to go WRC2. And then I want to go with... I kind of like this Scooter right here. This Scooter looks nice. Let's go with that. And this one right here is for the Rallycross legend Colin McRae, man. RIP to the fucking legend Colin McRae, bro. As you can see, definitely not easy. As you can see, you make one mistake on this course and you're done. Ooh. As you can tell, mountain courses, hard. As you tell, I am messing up quite a bit. But that also is because of the fact that I've never actually really driven this course, so... Oh, I almost made that. Ah. If you're not careful, that will happen. Oh, saved it. So as you can tell, rallying is very hard. It takes a lot of skill to do this. And I mean, I'm good with it, but even I'm not that good. Dude, where's the finish at? Oh, there we go. So as you can tell, it's definitely tricky. Definitely hard. Not as easy as people make it out to be. Like, you gotta be super careful with that. Matter of fact, let's see if I can find one that'll allow me to. Here we go. Now, this spot right here is definitely one that I'm very good with. Absolutely love this track. I personally like this course. Now, this is the course I know quite well. As you guys can tell, man, it's definitely tricky. And yes, that will happen too if you're not careful. You will run into shit. You see right there, that is a perfect example right there of a hairpin. Perfect example. Ah.
flat left, and left 5, short, over crest, 30, right 4, long, keep in, and left 3, short, don't cut, and out, left 6,
Ah,
long, into crest.
that's something else you gotta watch out for too, man. Those sneaky corners, man. Always be paying attention, man. Those corners will get you.
Keep in, and junction, square left, trouble, opens, long, and right 5, short, over crest, and long, keep in, 30, left 4, cut, 30, right 4, short, break, and left 2, cut, keep in, 30, right 3, cut, 50, left 3, cut, long, opens, and jump, maybe, and long, 30, caution, right 3, cut, keep in, 40, left 3, short, keep in, and right 4, keep in, into dip, and left 5, over crest, 60, right 4, and left 4, short, 40, caution, break, junction, right 2, cut, opens, keep in,
Yeah, that's gonna cost me.
and left 3, short, opens, 50, flat left, into flat right, 30, right 4, opens, into crest, and long, and flat right, tightens 3, keep in, and left 4, 40, flat left, 40, caution, break, left 1, cut, out, 30, right 5, tightens, long, cut, and left 5, long, over jump, maybe, long, kicks, 80, left 3, opens, and left 6, and flat right, into junction, tightens, keep in, 30, left 6, tightens 4, cut, narrows, and right 5, 30, right 3, short, 40, finish.
So, and as you can see, it's definitely not as easy as people make it out to be, man. Let's see if I can improve that time.
30, junction, square right, 50, crest, and long, 60, right 3, keep in, and left 6, tightens, keep in, into right 3, 40, right 3, long, over crest, 70, caution, junction, right 2, and left 5, tightens 3, short, and right 6, long, keep in, and jump, over crest, and long, 100, jump, maybe, over crest, and long, 50, caution, flat left,
Ow.
into jump, keep in, 150, left 6, and junction, into left 6, keep in, and right 4, opens, 50, right 5, 120, right 4, keep in, and left 4, opens, and long, 60, left 5, keep in, narrows, 30, caution, break, right 3, don't cut, long, 30, right 6, into jump, over crest, and right 5, tightens 4, cut, 30, caution, left 5, short, keep out, break, into chicane left, and junction, square left, cut, tarmac, keep, 60, flat left, 100, left 4, short, into right 3, don't cut, very long, opens, into junction, and left 3, short, cut, 30, right 3, long, 30, don't cut, opens, and jump, maybe, and long, into flat left, and left 5, short, over crest, 30, right 4, long, keep in, and left 3, short, don't cut, and out, left 4, and long, into crest,
So now as you guys see, man, rally crossing is very difficult, man. You gotta be very careful with this shit. Like, you gotta be very careful with this shit. Otherwise, you are fucked. Ow. That went my front bumper. But there you go, man. As you guys tell, rally crossing is definitely hard, but definitely a lot of fun. If you guys did enjoy this, man, if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe button, and that notification bell, all found down below. If you guys did, as I said, if you guys did actually, get something from this, that's awesome. And I hope that I was able to help you guys in some sort of way on, becoming, a little bit better at, drifting, rallying, and kind of show you guys the techniques that, you know, that are used in everyday rallycross racing, in drifting. And hopefully, if you guys do get Forza Horizon 4, or if you guys do get a rallycross game, you guys kind of have a basis to start with. And yeah, with that being said, guys, I do hope to see you guys on Horizon 4. I hope to see you guys on the track. And I will catch you guys next time, man. And like I said, man, shout out to all my drivers out there, man. Keep practicing, and hopefully you guys get better over time. With that being said, I will catch you guys later, man. Peace.